Hello everyone, this is Harmony and I am recording from Perth in central Scotland. Welcome to another video and hope you enjoy. Today I'm going to make a quick video about saving money on food and cooking. So I covered some of these in my previous videos about saving money, but I thought I would mention food and cooking in more detail because that's something I think we can, to an extent, control what we or how much we spend. So the first tip I think is a fantastic one, is instead of getting takeaways and bringing it home, you can limit the number of times you eat out, but instead go to an actual restaurant instead, because then that will be roughly the same price, but you get to have more of an experience. Whereas with taking it home, you're just paying for the convenience. And all you end up with at the end of the day is a bunch of containers that you don't need. And thankfully, with the Chinese takeaway that's on the way to back from the church here in Perth, that does give you food in reusable containers. However, some places do not do that. Or if you do wash out the containers and try and give them back, they won't actually take them back. Or even if the containers are perfectly clean in the first place, they still don't take them back, which is sad. So partly it avoids waste and partly it avoids, well, it saves you money, because then you don't have to pay for delivery and whatnot either. Yeah, so the next tip that I have mainly is about, well, again, paying for convenience, but this time I'd like to say that really, if you can, try and cook food from scratch rather than buying pre-prepared or ready meals, because partly they taste better, but also the ones that you buy in the shops tend to be single portions, whereas most recipes that I've come across have been for multiple portions. So a lot of the time they'll say serves 2 or serves 4 or even more. That leads me nicely on to the next tip of batch cooking. You got to love the batch cooking, because if you make more than you actually need, you can eat your portion of the stuff and then put the rest of the food in either the fridge or the freezer, and then take it out before you need it on the day, and then off you go, heat it up, and call it good. Because, well, we all have those days where either don't feel like cooking, or you're tired, or whatever, or just don't have time. In terms of cooking food from scratch, I find buying things in bulk really helps, and also buying loose ingredients helps as well. Speaking of buying things in bulk, in Iceland, the supermarket, sometimes known as food warehouse as well, you can actually buy a 3-kilogram bag of oats for making oatmeal / porridge. And that lasts an inordinate amount of time. And of course, if you buy things without packaging, if you can, then that not only potentially saves money, but it also saves packaging. So you're helping the environment too, which is amazing. And the final tip that I have about food and cooking is that when you're going to have fruits and vegetables around, like if they're in danger of going bad, you can, like before they go bad, obviously, you can turn the vegetables into soups or stews, or you can make the fruits into jam. Now, I haven't tried making jam yet, but I'm looking forward to doing so, because I have a bunch of jars here that I've kept from various things, and I now have quite a small jam straining thing. So it's basically a cloth on 3 legs that you put over the jar, and then you pour your jam stuff into. At least I think that's how it works. Yeah, and finally, just before I go, when you're going shopping, I find it incredibly useful to take your own bags, because taking your own bags will, again, save you a few pennies, but it all adds up. If you get 2 or 3 bags, you're saving yourself anywhere between 15 pence and 75 pence, maybe more. Now, I know I said this was going to be the final tip, but this really is the final idea. Make your own things like bread, cookies, hummus, that kind of thing, because those are the things that really cost a bunch these days. I can't remember how much a loaf of bread costs, honestly, but apparently it's anywhere from about £1.20 minimum to like £2 these days. Yeah, I know it depends on what bread you get as well, but I know hummus, to get the amount of hummus that I want, you're looking at spending about, what, £2, £2.50? And even then, homemade hummus I find goes a lot further than the shop bought one. And quite honestly, it tastes better. Please excuse the weird camera angles. I've been filming with my smartphone just lately, and I'm trying to hold the camera still and talk and keep my face in the picture. So apologies for any weirdness on that one. I hope you enjoyed this video or found it interesting. If you did, you can feel free to like or comment or both, or subscribe to my channel or share it with your friends. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.